Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. Now, the content that I've got for you tonight is going to make you laugh, smile, maybe cry, because a new ATF report is out after 20 years, the first of its kind, and it completely disproves a lot of the gun control arguments. This is something you guys need to see. Everything is linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think on this one. And if you are a new or returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and turning that notification bell on. We need as many people as we can to get in the trenches with us so we can pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation by doing things just like this. And thank you so much in advance for your consideration. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. This is a very long series of reports. It's all linked right down there in the description box if you want to dive into it. But I've picked out a few of the main points that I thought were really interesting that kind of conflict with the mainline gun control narrative that I want to share with you. Shall we begin? I hear you. Let's do it. All right. So here's the first one. The gun show loophole. You guys have all heard it. It's been a talking point for years. Between 2017 and 2021, so that's the term we're focusing on here, only 3% of the 1,482,000 crime guns traced to a purchaser were acquired from FFLs at gun shows. Only 3%? I thought that was like the black hole ether of everything coming out of that was wrong with the United States. I thought gun show loopholes were all the rage, and that's where everything went wrong. 3%? That's my first one I got for you. And this is coming from the ATF, by the way. This is not something I found. This is published by the ATF. Let's talk about what was actually traced and look at the numbers that are coming out here. The table I'm showing you is types of traced crime guns, 17 through 21 again. Pistols, 68% at 1 million or 1.3 million. Rifles are at 12%. So explain to me why we're focusing so hard on banning assault weapons if you've got 68% of the traced crime weapons as pistols? I'll let you ponder that question while I continue. There's some more data here. Check this out. The percentage of traced pistols increased by 12 percentage points from 17 to 2021, representing a 20% increase in market share for pistols. The percentage of revolvers, rifles, and shotguns among traced crime guns all declined over the study period. So pistols increased by 20%, revolvers, shotguns, and rifles all declined. Interesting. That kind of flies in the face of a gun control narrative, doesn't it? Let's continue. I got more of this trace stuff. Percentage of traced crime guns by type. This is broken down by year. As you can see, this verifies the report I just showed you. From 2017 all the way to 2021, there is a dramatic increase in pistols, and there is a decrease in rifles. This is one of those videos you're going to want to send out because this dispels most of the gun control myths and narratives they use to convince people to give up their Second Amendment rights. Anyway, let's continue. I've got it in graphical form for those in the back. As you can see, there's the exact same numbers, and pistols are going through the roof while everything else is slowly declining. Okay? I found that interesting. Now look at this one. This is another very interesting point. Let's call this number 3. Most frequent percentages by type of traced crime gun in cities from 17 to 21. In that third column, rifles, California, Maryland, those 4 are gun control zones. And then Louisiana, I don't know what's going on in Louisiana, but 4 out of the 5 are gun control zones. And their top percentages of traced firearms are rifles. Just saying. Now let's keep on going. Number 4, this one. I think you guys will really enjoy this one. Remember that number. Remember the number here is 1.9 million traced firearms from 17 to 21. Okay? 1.9 million. Out of that 1.9 million in 2017 to 21, the PMFs, or the ghost guns, or personally made firearms, as the ATF is calling them here, which is correct, 22,546 were pistols. A total of all ghost guns was 37,980 out of 1.9 million. So explain to me why, again, we're going through the entire rigmarole of redefining entire gun control law, using Chevron deference to reinterpret and change definitions inside Gun Control Act of 1968, going through all the lawsuits over 37,000 out of 1.9 million. Doesn't it seem like there's some other things we could focus on there? Just saying. And let's continue. Again, for those in the back, here's a graphical representation of the exact same data. It is all pistols. It is not rifles. Again, I ask you why we're going after the assault weapons bans if it's not showing up in the ATF's own data. And the last one, This one is all about the polymer pipelines and the iron pipelines and all the guns being smuggled into the cities, which is all the problem. Check this out. Intrastate versus interstate recovery location from 17 to 21. So that means purchased and then recovered in a state, or purchased in one state and bought and recovered in another. Recovery in another is what the gun control states say that's the problem. Well, 72.5% all came from the exact same state, and they didn't go into other states. Meanwhile, 27.5, so 1/4 of all of these guns that they're talking about that were actually purchased and then recovered, 1/4 of them actually went across state lines, while 3/4 nationally did not. There goes the iron pipeline argument. The reason I'm showing you all of these things and everything is linked because these are the main arguments the gun controllers put forward to curtail your Second Amendment rights. There's a lot of data in these reports. Like I said, there's like hundreds of pages. So check it out for yourself if you want to get a little more in depth on it. But those are the things that stood out to me, and I look forward to hearing what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.